Hey everyone, it's Mark Skipper Mark. It's Memorial Day in 2020, not 1920. So today it's kind of a cloudy, drizzly, just not a great day. So we're not going to go anywhere. The beaches and stuff are open, but we're going to stay home. Matt's going to put some new valve covers on his car that he got. He needed to replace the gaskets on his Camaro, but decided to get new valve covers too, so that it's got some nice shiny aluminum valve covers. So the first thing Matt has to do with the valve covers is he's got to put these baffles inside. I don't know exactly what they do, but he said they do something with preventing the oil from splashing right up onto the PCV valve.
The PCV valve and like the breather, it just keeps oil from directly shooting up on the hole.
You can tell they're pretty well made. They're aluminum, and they're a tall valve cover. Oh, one of the things that I thought was pretty funny was, if you look at the box here, I didn't realize they had that engine for so long, but they fit a 1958 to 1986 small block Chevy. So that means that motor's been around for like 30 years. Yeah, 30 years. Yeah, longer, but of course. But that was pretty funny. I didn't realize they'd been around for so long without many changes. So the engine in this car, it's an 85 iroc-z. It's a 305, but it was built. It's got quite a lot of power for being, a small block, a 305. But it's older looking. You can tell was probably built 15 years ago maybe. He does want to take it out and not rebuild it. He wants to keep it original, but he does want to just replace the gaskets. But he figured he just wanted valve covers, so he's gonna put new ones on. So it's a relatively easy job. The hardest part is, disconnecting everything so that he can get to the basically so he can lift off the valve covers. This right side here is probably the easiest side. It's just pop off the spark plug wires. Alright, so the right valve cover's off. Is that roller rockers in there or regular?
Those are roller rockers.
Okay. Hold on, I want to look at the valve cover. Just
gonna drop all this dirt inside the engine. Don't worry.
I like the non-chromy look of it, where it's just brushed a little bit. And that's it? It's on, basically? Oh, yeah, right. Did they give you new ones, or? The thread might not be long enough? Oh. So one of the problems was the studs came out of the engine and stayed in the screws, I guess, wing nuts, and that would have been fine, except the gasket that he's using to put in is thicker than the old one, so the studs now are a little too short. So he got them all out except for one, and he's been heating it up, and he got it, but it was really came out easy, but it was super tight. So while the wing nut and stud cool down, he's just gonna reattach all the wires. It's interesting because the valve cover is quite a bit taller. It didn't look taller, you know, just looking at it, but when it's actually in the engine, it's what, half an inch, 3/4 of an inch taller. Yeah, they're pretty tall. So while I got distracted reading the news on my phone, Matt went ahead and popped this cover off without me even knowing it. But this side's all done. So much taller. You don't notice it when you just glance at it, but when you see them like on there and know what was there before, it's definitely taller. Do you have your choice of color for the gaskets, or are they just blue?
They're all blue. You don't see them. You kind of do, actually, but not really. Close.
Mm.
Okay. Give me the circle. Let's find out what you want to do. I just. Oh, you're recording. You're not supposed to record me saying that, because then people are like, why are you tightening my circle?
Supposed to tighten in an X. So again, Matt caught me sleeping. I was reading more news, and while I did, he was tightening his header bolts and then suddenly put all the wires on. So that's it. The engine is done. Or I should say the valve covers. Thanks for watching. Hope everyone is safe and has a good start to the summer.